Assalamualaikum and hi to everyone. What's up guys? Welcome back to my video. Okay, if you have any questions regarding of our previous lesson, truth table, please don't hesitate to ask me via WhatsApp or you can call me. So without further ado, let's start our new subtopic, predicate, logic and quantifiers. So the propositional logic is not powerful enough to represent all types of assertions that are used in computer science and mathematics, or to express certain types of relationship between propositions such as equivalence. To cope with deficiencies of propositional logic, we introduce two new features, predicates and quantifiers. Okay, a predicate is a verb phrase template that describes a property of objects or a relationship among objects represented by the variable. Okay, blah 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 blah. So faham ke tak? Okay, create. Alright, saya terangkanlah sikit. Okay, saya explain in Malay lah, senang So, masa awal-awal dulu awak dah belajar proposition. You know already how to determine whether the statement is proposition or not. Okay, so predicate, logic and quantifiers ni dia membantu untuk menjadikan statement yang not proposition become proposition. Itu kelebihan predicate, logic and quantifiers. Sebab dia akan menukarkan keadaan di mana dia not proposition tu jadi proposition. Okay, so predicate logic ni pula dia macam template tau. Simple, dia template yang nak menceritakan tentang karakteristik satu objek tu. Nanti saya terangkan kemudian. Okay, so predicate logic kalau you ambil degree nanti, kalau you sambung belajar and you take degree in IT, maybe ada subjek artificial intelligence. So you will learn about predicate logic in more deeper next time. Okay, tapi untuk district maths you belajar surface sahaja. Alright, so contoh predicate logic. Okay, the car Karim is driving is blue. The cover of this book is blue. Okay, the sky is blue. Okay, apa yang sama kat sini? Saya jawab. Saya kan Dora the Explorer. Alright, so yang sama ialah blue. Okay, semua karakteristik yang sama yang mereka berkongsi ialah blue. So then, blue itu ialah dia punya karakteristik. So then, we can represent blue as any variable, okay, any alphabet. Kebetulan blue is B, so we use B as the representation. Nak guna A, B, C, X, Y, Z is up to you. Alright, so as long as you know what you declare of the variable. So blue, B stand for blue. Then the Karim car, the cover of this book, the sky, tu objek lah. Okay, object. So kita represent all the object with X. Okay, dalam bracket X. So then, BX is actually the predicate logic. Inilah predicate logic. BX is a predicate logic. Simple. Okay, so BX kita akan declare dia sebagai any object is blue. Okay, contohnya anak mata saya biru, baju saya biru, rumah saya color biru. Everything object berwarna biru. Sebab you sebagai programmer, you declare B as a blue. So you must know the meaning of what is B. So BX is simply the way of we want to represent the predicate logic. So X ni, yang dalam X ni, so kita ada nama khas dia. Okay, X ni nama khas dia ialah discourse of universe. Okay, so abaikan tulisan yang buruk. Alright, okay, nama dia canggih lah. Namanya ialah discourse of universe. So boleh jadi objek, boleh jadi manusia. Okay, ikut keperluan sesuatu perkara itulah. Alright. Okay, next example. Okay, Ali gives the book to Mariam. Karim gives a loaf of bread to Abu. Aminah gives a lecture to Mariam. Okay, ask yourself, what is the same thing here? Yang share benda yang sama. Okay, apa? Okay, saya jawab. Okay, so give. Bila mereka berkongsi sifat yang sama ialah give. So, cuma yang bezanya ialah objek yang berbeza dan siapa. Okay, kebetulan kat sini ialah ada manusia lah. Siapa bagi apa kepada siapa. Kan? Apa bagi apa kepada siapa. This one pun apa bagi apa kepada siapa. So dia punya template sama. Okay. Jadi kita boleh representkan give tu sebagai predicate logic. So how we want to present this statement as a predicate logic? Okay, kita boleh jadikan G as the representation of the give, kan? So then Ali, object, Mariam. So someone, object and someone, we can represent it as X, Y, Z. Kebetulan kat sini dia ada three variable. Okay, tadi yang contoh tadi satu variable saja. Tapi this one, discourse of universe dia ada three variables. Alright, so meaning that X is stand for who, and then this stand for what, and then this is stand for who. Okay, and then if you don't want to write down this this kind of predicate logic, you can convert to any kind of predicate logic sebab you programmer, you yang tentukan how you want to declare the statement. Okay, kalau this one I boleh tukar jadi macam ni. So let's say lah I ambil B tu sebagai dia punya predicate logic book. So B stand for book. And then X dengan Y ni ialah orang. So I boleh kata Ali gives book to Mariam pun boleh. So maksudnya daripada 3 variable jadi 2 variable saja. Okay, you boleh ubah how many variables you want to use as the discourse of universe. Okay, then Karim gives a loaf of bread to Abu. Okay, sorry. Okay, tak perasan ni. Okay, so XY ni menunjukkan orang, manusia. Okay, kalau lah awak nak tukar X tu sebagai Ali, Y pun sebagai Mariam, you declare siap-siap as the discourse of universe pun boleh. Okay, tapi kalau you guna XY ni, it can be represented by everyone. Okay, by anyone. Okay, kalau you declare macam ni, you dah fix lah. Alright. So kalau untuk contoh this one, so let's say I letak R tu. Kita boleh guna any variable. Tak semesti nak kena follow B for bread lah, L for loaf. Tak apa. You can use any variable. So let's say I declare RE sebagai give a loaf of bread. So XY tu ialah Abu. So cara baca dia, X give a loaf of bread to Abu. Cuma yang berubah-ubah nanti ialah XY ni lah. Yang R ni dah kekal sebagai objeknya gives a loaf of bread. Sebagai dia punya kata hubung, maksudnya bukan kata hubung. Dia punya karakteristik dia. Alright, so ataupun you declare siap-siap Karim Abu. Okay, tak ada masalah. Okay, Aminah gives a lecture to Mariam pun sama. You tukar. Katalah I bagi L tu sebagai lecture. And then X, Aminah Mariam tu XY. Ataupun you nak declare siap-siap nama orang pun tak ada masalah. Alright, so kesimpulannya, you must know how to read the predicate logic form. You must know how to form the predicate logic. And then you can use the predicate logic with the quantifiers untuk baca proposition. Okay, yang melibatkan logical operation yang tak boleh dianggap sebagai proposition. Okay. Okay, let's see for example 1 for your better understanding regarding of predicate logic. Alright. Let Gxy represent the predicate X is greater than Y. So, Gxy ni ialah predicate logic lah. Okay, so G ni stand for greater. So, meaning that the discourse of universe kat sini, so maksudnya dia numbers lah. Okay, maksudnya dia sebenarnya ialah nombor. Objeknya ialah nombor. Alright, so tengok contoh pertama. Okay, ni nak bagi awak faham how to read the predicate logic. Okay, let's say G613 means 13 is greater than 6. Betul tak? True or false? Okay, kalau ikutkan cara baca dia, supposedly X is greater than Y. Maksudnya 6 is greater than 13. Cara baca dia. Okay, 6 is greater than 13. Tapi dekat sini dia mention 13 is greater than 6. So, jawapannya false. Okay, sepatutnya cara bacanya 6 greater than 13. Alright, next. G20. Okay, betul tak? G20. Dia punya notification dia. So, cara bacanya 2 is greater than 0. True lah. Kan? 2 is greater than 0 tu true. Okay. So, tengok cara baca ni. Okay, tengok. G71 means 7 is greater than 1. Okay. So, cara bacanya ialah X greater than Y. So, 7 is greater than 1. So, jawapannya true. Okay, simple. Alright. 4 is less than 5 can be represented by G at 54. Okay, kalau kat sini G54 maksudnya cara bacanya ialah 5 is greater than 4. Maksudnya samalah dengan 4 is less than 5. Benda yang sama, the same thing, but how you represent this statement is like this. Okay, so jawapannya true. Okay, the next example, let EXY represent X send an email to Y. Okay, so E tu stand for send an email. So X dengan Y tu ialah people lah, maksudnya orang. Okay, people send email to someone. Okay, someone send email to someone. Okay, so let's say this one dah belajar dah. You have learned this symbol. This symbol is symbol for symbol negation, not. So not E, A, B means A did not send email to B. Betul lah. A did not send email to B. So jawapannya true. Alright. And then this one, EAB equals to EBA. Okay, cara baca A send email to B, B send email to A. Okay, obviously the answer is false. Tak samalah. Kalau saya bagi kat awak email, awak bagi saya email, benda sama ke? Tak kan? So dia false. Alright. B send an email to A is represented by EBA. Okay, so kalau tengok dekat predicate logic ni, so cara bacanya ialah B send email to A. B send email to A. So jawapan true. And the last example is EXY can also be represented by a 3 variable predicate. Boleh tak EXY ni kita ubah jadi 3 variable predicate? So I dah mention you previous that you as a programmer, you have the right to write the way you want to write the predicate logic. Suka hati awak nak tulis macam mana, kan? Kalau asalnya dia bagi EXY. So awak nak convert jadi 3 variable, boleh? Tak ada masalah. Let's say awak nak convert jadi 3 variable, you declare siap-siap dalam predicate logic you ni. So let's say I jadikan dia sebagai S. I tukar je lah variable S. So stand for send. So let's say I kekalkan X, I kekalkan Y, meaning that X and Y can be represented by anyone. Tadi cerita kat sini ialah mengenai email. So kita declare kat sini siap-siap email. Declare siap-siap. Okay, so jadi 1, 2, 3 variable. So cara bacanya X send email to Y pun boleh. So meaning that jawapan dia kat sini should be true. Okay, so itu kalau you faham how the predicate logic konsep predicate logic, maksudnya you tak ada masalah untuk teruskan the next one, iaitu quantifiers. Okay, so quantifiers, we have two types of quantifiers. The first one is universal. The second one is existential. Okay, so the first untuk universal, there are a lot of way how to represent universal. You can say like for all, for every, for each. So kalau untuk orang, for people, usually we use everyone. Okay, I like to use all for object. Okay, and for people, I always use everyone lah. Okay, let's say for existential, the other word for existential is there exists, there's at least, there are some, someone. Okay, so biasanya I will use some. For people, I will use someone. Okay, so keep in mind, existential have two types, or quantifiers have two types, universal, existential. So universal, simbolnya ialah simbol A terbalik, okay, upside down A, dengan this one lah, macam E terbalik, simbol E terbalik. Alright. So apa pentingnya quantifiers ni? Okay, what is the use of these quantifiers? Okay, look at the statement. X is greater than 1. Okay, we know that it is a not proposition. Okay, we have learned before if x is unknown, so meaning that this one is not proposition. Okay, so tujuan quantifiers ni ialah untuk menjadikan this statement menjadi proposition. Itu dia punya statement di mana sebab kalaulah there is a number x for each x greater than y wholes, so maksudnya there is a number, maksudnya ada nombor yang greater than 1 macam 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dan seterusnya kan. Maksudnya ada some numbers yang greater than 1. Okay. And then kalau for every number x greater than 1, dia punya simbolnya ialah simbol A terbalik. So every number kan. So maksudnya every number, so ada every number yang commit to x that greater than 1. So kita guna simbol universal, quantifiers universal. Okay, so simbol-simbol ini akan menukarkan statement not proposition ni menjadi proposition. Itu kegunaan quantifiers. Simple je. Senang cerita, quantifiers digunakan untuk menukarkan statement yang bukan proposition menjadi proposition. Of course dengan kehadiran predicate logik lah. Dia mesti ada kawan dia. Predicate logic and quantifiers dia bekerjasama. Okay, contoh. Okay, sebelum contoh, I terangkan dulu how to read the quantified formulas. Okay, contoh For example, let the universe be the set of cars. Maksudnya objek tu kereta, cars. So, predicate logic fxy ni denote as x is faster than y. Maksudnya ada kereta yang faster dan ada kereta. So, kena faham dulu cara baca predicate logic. Baru boleh faham cara baca quantified. Okay, let's say the first one. Okay, ini ialah simbol combination of quantifiers with predicate logic. Okay, we know that f is faster. So, cara baca this thing is x is faster than y. So, this one is simbol universal. XY ni ialah stand for cars. Okay, then kita recite lah. Kalau simbol all ni, kita, simbol universal ni kita guna all. Okay, kalau simbol existential, kita pakai some. Okay, then cara baca dia ialah first you baca yang depan, and then baca yang belakang, and then baca yang tengah. Lepas tu mesti ada perkataan then. Okay, because of we have this term of predicate logic. Okay, how to read this quantified formula. Okay, the first one is quantified of universal. So tukar jadi every. So direct translation lah. So X dengan Y ni cars. So every car kena ada perkataan is kat sini. Every car is faster than every car. Okay, itu cara baca dia. Okay, every car untuk simbol ni. Car ni untuk simbol X ni. Faster than ni ialah untuk simbol ni. Every ni untuk simbol every. Car ni untuk simbol Y. Okay, itu cara dia. Okay, kalau tak faham lagi, look at the next example. Okay, so simbol ni ialah simbol every. Car. Some cars. Okay, this one faster. So, cara baca dia, every cars, okay, is faster than some cars. Okay, so every car, simbol untuk this one. Faster ni yang ni faster. Some car ni ialah yang simbol some. Okay, simple. Let's say next example. Okay, this one tukar kepada some, this one tukar kepada every. So then how to read this quantified formula? Okay, some cars are faster than every car. Okay, so hopefully you understand how to read the quantified formula. Okay, the last one. This one ialah simbol some. Ini simbol some. Okay, some cars are faster than some cars. Okay, that's how we want to read the quantified formula. Okay, if you cannot understand this part, you should be facing a problem how to do the question regarding of quantified formulas. So make sure you know this part first, then you can proceed to the next session. So if you don't understand, please keep repeating this video and keep looking at this part until you understand completely. Then you can proceed to the next session. Okay, so let's proceed to example 2. Okay, let EX stand for X is even and GXY stand for X is greater than Y. Let the universe be the set of natural numbers. Okay, so EX, GXY ialah predicate logic. So the scope of universe is numbers. Okay, so for the first one, okay, how to read this quantified form? Okay, we know already that X is numbers, so we just convert the symbol to sum and then this even. Okay, so the correct way how to read this quantified form is some numbers are even. Simple. Some numbers are even. Okay, jawapan true ke false? Some numbers are even. Ada setengah-setengah yang bernombor genap. Wujud tak dalam dunia ni? Nombor genap. Even number. Wujud. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 nombor genap kan? Maksudnya wujud, betul, ada. So jawapan true. Okay. So this one. Cara baca So oleh kerana dia ada tiga bahagian, so kita baca macam tadilah yang dah belajar tadi. Tukarkan simbol universal to all. So all numbers are greater than all numbers. Okay, all numbers are greater than all numbers. Okay, kalau bahasa Melayu, semua nombor adalah lebih besar daripada semua nombor. Okay, fikir. Logik tak? Betul ke salah? Semua nombor lebih besar daripada semua nombor. Kan dalam dunia ni tak ada kan, sebab kita ada negative infinity sampailah infinity. Maksudnya takkan ada nombor yang lebih besar daripada nombor yang besar lagi. Okay, so memang tak wujud. Okay, so then dia akan jadi false. Tak faham masuk pun tak apa, janji faham cara nak baca. Okay, alright. Okay, the next one. Okay, dia tanya, okay, soalan ni nak kena jawab true false. Jawab true false. Okay, so this one tukar kepada all. So ni greater, dalam bracket ada quantifier sum, so ada YX. Yeah. Ada banyak benda yang berlaku kat situ sebenarnya yang menjadikan jawapan dia false. Okay, saya cerita kenapa jawapan dia false. Okay, first sebab kalau ada XY, kalau dia punya discourse of universe tu ada 2 variable, wajib ada 2 quantifiers. Okay, itu yang first. Okay, maksudnya dekat sini ni ada satu je quantifier. So, the second quantifier tak ada untuk Y. So, tak boleh. So, satu sebab. Itu dah memang jawapannya dah masalah lah. Okay, jawapan yang kedua, dalam bracket tak boleh ada quantifiers. Quantifiers sepatutnya berada di luar ni, kat depan. Alright. Sebab yang ketiga dia salah ialah sebab dekat soalan ni dah declare XY. But this one, dia terbalik YX. Tak boleh lah. So ada 3 sebab kenapa this statement ataupun quantified formula ni false. Okay? Kalau tak faham, ulang-ulang balik video ni. Tengok sampai faham. Alright, so next example. Write this predicate logic to English sentences and vice versa. Okay? Soalan akan cakap, dia akan bagi statement, awak tukar kepada predicate logic, daripada simbol predicate logic, tukar kepada English statement. Okay, contoh. This one is symbol. You kena tukar jadi ayat bahasa Inggeris. Okay, convert to English sentence. Okay, now we already know that X dengan Y ni is numbers. G tu stand for greater. Okay, yang ini A terbalik ni universal tukar jadi all. This one tukar jadi sum. Okay, cara bacanya ialah every ataupun all. So katalah every ke all ke sama je. So katalah you nak guna every. Every numbers are greater than some numbers. Okay, every number is greater than some numbers. Okay, this one, ni guna some, ni guna every. Okay, so jawapan some numbers are greater than every number. Okay, so supposedly dah part ni you dah kena tahu baca, dah kena faham. Okay, this one, dia ada even number tu memang asalnya memang ada satu variable sahaja. So then how to read this quantified form? So this one becomes sum. So some numbers are not. Some numbers are not even. Okay, some numbers are not even. Okay, jawapannya some numbers are not even. Okay, this one. Ni tukar jadi every. Every number is even. Okay, every number is even. Okay, 6 is an even number. Okay, sekarang ni tadi from symbol to English sentence. But this time from English sentence to convert to symbol. Okay, this one, okay, sekarang ni dia dah bagi dah siap-siap. Declaration X2 ialah 6, 6. So even number ni kita tahu dah, dia punya simbolnya ialah ni, EX. Tapi X tu dah declare sebagai 6. So jawapan E6. Tukar siap-siap X tu jadi 6 sebab dah bagi tahu dalam soalan 6. Okay, kat sini some numbers are greater than some numbers. Okay, so simbol ni simbol sum. So gunalah simbol E terbalik. So numbers ni X lah. Greater ni ialah G. So sum tu ialah simbol ni. Numbers ialah oleh kerana ada dua variable numbers so jadi Y. So dia punya jawapan should be like this. Okay. So this one for sum, this one for sum, and this one for greater. And then just put XY only. Okay, simple. Okay, this one, sum will become E terbalik and then greater. So Y is 10. Dia dah declare siap Y is 10. So then how to write the quantified form? So sum jadi E terbalik. So G greater G lah. So X tu ialah untuk this one X. So 10 is declare Y. Y tu dah declare sebagai Y. So terus declare sebagai Y. Okay, simple. Tak susah pun, senang je. Then but again, if you don't understand, don't hesitate to ask me personally. Alright, okay. Okay, next question. Let T, X, Y mean X is taller than Y. Okay, so meaning that T is taller. X, Y ni ialah set of people. Okay, dia dah bagi dah. Okay, sama juga cara dia. Kita tengok jawapan dia true ke false. Okay, ini jawapan soalan true false. Okay, tengok. Sekali pandang pun tahu jawapan dia false. Kenapa? Sebab kalau ada two variables, it must be two quantifiers. But this one ada only one quantifiers. So supposedly dia have two quantifiers. That's why this is not complete quantified form. Okay, false. Okay, this one. How to read this one? Every people ataupun everyone, sebab people kan, so cakap everyone. Everyone is taller than everyone. Okay, semua orang lebih tinggi daripada semua orang. So fikir, logik dia, betul ke salah? Okay, so semua orang lebih tinggi daripada semua orang. Tak logik lah. Kalau dia kata someone is taller than everyone, logik lah sebab tu kita ada Guinness Book of Record, manusia tertinggi di dunia. Kan, the tallest person in the world. Tu baru betul someone is taller than everyone. Kalau everyone is taller than everyone, obviously it's false. Okay. Tapi tak penting nak faham maksud. Yang penting sekarang ni you know how to read the quantified formula. Okay, untuk this one. Okay, check. Jawapan dia confirm salah sebab apa? Because this one ada two quantifiers. Tapi kat sini ada ada dua variable. Tapi sini ada satu quantifiers je. So the next quantifiers tu tak ada. Tak boleh. So dia false. Okay, simple. Alright. Okay, soalan yang sama juga, tall and then set of people. Okay, dia suruh saya tukar daripada logik ke in the sentence to predicate logic. Okay, this one. Okay, tukarlah everyone, someone. Sebab nak buat every people, some people pun boleh, tak ada masalah. So, cara baca, this one people lah ataupun nak buat someone, everyone boleh. So, everyone is taller than someone. Simple kan? Everyone is taller than someone. Okay. This one pula, ni someone, ni everyone. This one taller. So, everyone is taller than someone. Sorry, someone is taller than everyone. Yeah, sorry, someone is taller than everyone. So, this one, okay. Dia ada ni someone, ni ialah everyone, ni not. Okay, so cara baca, someone is not taller than everyone. Okay, so cara baca ni itulah ada not. Okay, this one pula ada not, ini everyone, ni someone, ni taller. So cara baca, not everyone is taller than someone. Okay, not everyone is taller than someone. Okay, dah kena tahu baca lah. And then this one, someone is not taller than someone. Okay, so tukarlah ini someone simbol itu balik, not simbol not, taller, someone simbol ni. So convert kepada symbolic form, dia akan jadi macam ni lah. Someone, ini someone is not taller, letak not kat sini. Untuk taller notation dia ialah TXY. Okay, tak susah pun senang. So Alia is taller than Amin. So this one actually X, this one is Y. So taller is XY. So gantikanlah X to Alia, Y to Amin. So the answer should be Alia, P Alia Amin. Okay, simple. Terus declare the name of the variable. Okay, the last one, someone is taller than Rashid. So someone will convert to symbol E, terbalik, and then taller is taller lah, T, and then Rashid is supposed to be Y, and then you convert the variable of Y to Rashid. Okay, then kalau dia declare one of the variable dah declare, meaning dia ada satu quantified saja. Okay, tak payah ada dua quantifiers form. Okay, so ada satu je, iaitu someone. Rashid dah declare kat sini sebagai Y. So no need quantified form for Rashid. So this is how you write the answer. Okay, so then I'll give you more exercises regarding in this subtopic for your better understanding. So if you don't understand any matter of this subtopic, okay, always ask me, call me, WhatsApp me, we do the video conference if you free. Okay, so end of part 1.4. So that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Alright, so see you again next video. Bye-bye.